Hello. One day when I was in the local supermarket, I was approached by a woman, someone I had never seen before. "Excuse me," she said. "I hope you don't mind if I interrupt your shopping." I probably looked a little startled. "I have decided," she continued, "to carry out little acts of kindness, just to bring a smile to someone's face. So here's a bunch of flowers for you. I've already paid for them, and the receipt is attached. I hope you enjoy them." And she disappeared. Well, I did enjoy them and told the little story over and over again. So thank you, kind unknown lady. You did make me smile. And then I wrote a story especially for you. Not surprisingly, it's called The Bunch of Flowers. Martha shivered. She was beyond tired and beyond hungry. It was 2:00 in the afternoon and she was wearing the same nightdress and dressing gown that she'd worn all week. She was unwashed and unkempt. When Bill died unexpectedly, a heart attack on the golf course, Martha was shocked and sad, more than sad. But how can you find words to describe the feeling when your companion of 50 years is torn out of your life, never to return? There was plenty of support from relatives, friends and neighbours, and a lot of sorting out of papers, bank accounts and personal affairs, and a big turnout at the funeral. Her daughter Laura was heavily pregnant at the time. Bill never met his granddaughter. So a lot of sorting out was done by her son, James, who returned from Canada for a month. At some point it had all died down, and now it was as if Bill had never existed. He was rarely mentioned. Laura's husband, Jordan, had been made redundant. The baby was jaundiced and Laura herself was suffering from depression. James was still very supportive, but his video WhatsApp calls were down to one a fortnight. And that's when everything started to go wrong. Martha couldn't sleep at night. She lay awake for hours, sometimes at the beginning of the night or sometimes in the middle of the night, or she would wake at 4:00 and eventually have to get up. She was drained of all energy. She hadn't been to the supermarket for days and had cancelled her hairdressing appointment. She'd been living on baked beans and crisp bread or not eating at all, and now she'd had an argument with her daughter. "Mum, please. We have all waited so long for this baby and now it's baby's first Christmas. We can't come to you. Jordan had to take temporary work and it means he'll be working on Christmas Eve and Boxing Day. It's just for an hour and a half on the bus. You'll manage." But Martha had put the phone down. How could she sit on a bus for an hour and a half? She couldn't even drive 5 minutes to the supermarket. The doorbell rang. There was loud knocking on the front door, then nothing. Martha peeped out through the blinds and saw her friend Judith disappearing down the street. A small card had been pushed through her letterbox. Martha picked it up and read, "Thought these might make you smile. Ring me. We need to catch up. Love, Judith." Martha cautiously opened the door and there on the doorstep was a beautiful bunch of flowers. Martha took them to the kitchen and set them on the draining board. Then she sat down and wept. Later she woke with a start. It was late afternoon and almost dark. She looked around and her eyes rested on the flowers on the draining board. "They'll die without water," she thought. Suddenly she felt a sense of purpose, a sense of responsibility. Quickly she went to the kitchen cupboard, got out a vase, and before long a vase of beautifully scented flowers stood on her little kitchen table. "I'll eat something," she thought, "to do justice to my flower friends. But they shouldn't have to see me like this." Presently Martha, now washed, dressed, hair brushed, sat at her little table with a bowl of tinned soup. "You smell wonderful," she said to the flowers. The phone was ringing. It was Laura. "Hello," she said, her voice faint and slightly hoarse. "Mum, I'm sorry about this morning. I've been thinking about you all afternoon." "And I'm sorry too. I lost my way, but I'm back now, and I'm coming for Christmas." Later, Martha gazed at the vase of flowers. "Thank you," she whispered, "for being here, for needing me, and for shining a light on the wonderful healing power of friendship." Thank you for listening. If you're enjoying my stories and poems, don't forget to like and subscribe. But this is all for now. See you soon. Bye.